welcome back to my show. And today I want to talk about a really, really good podcast series that I've just discovered. It's only started relatively recently, and it's called The Bench Report, and it is about UK politics. And each episode is quite short, tend not to be any longer than 15 minutes long. I like a good podcast. I like particularly podcasts about politics news. I like to get into them. That's how I keep up to date with things on the whole. But the ones I've been listening to, they do that, and I've not listened to that sort of podcast by the Bench Report yet. What I have been listening to is they've done a series on the Constitution, the UK Constitution, how it works, and those episodes so far have been absolutely fantastic. So thinking right now about revision, it's a podcast that goes through the various parts of the UK Constitution, the bits that I've listened to so far, in great detail in just a short amount of time, considering that they're 14, 15 minutes long. First episode was about the Crown, how the Crown interacts with Parliament and other parts of the Constitution. Really interesting, and it helps enhance your understanding of Parliament by knowing a little bit about the Crown's role in Parliament. Everything in British politics was really done in the name of the Crown, so understanding that helps, even though there isn't a great deal in the specification for A-level government and politics about the monarchy. It does help us understand how things knit together in terms of the Constitution. So this series is brilliant. The second episode was on Parliament, just 12 minutes long, and they packed so much into it. It was really impressive. And it's not like me doing this where I'm rambling on and waffling. It's scripted so that they include everything in a specific amount of time. It's very factual. If you're revising, it could be a really nice way to just remind yourself of some of the things, and quite a pleasant way to do a bit of catching up. And the episode I'm listening to at the moment is on devolution, which has been really interesting actually, and pointed out some things I'd kind of not really emphasized when I'm teaching, so it's helping me to decide whether I need to incorporate them into my teaching or not. I think it's a really valuable podcast and a really good initiative. To the idea of the podcast is to try and get young people or everybody interested in politics a bit more knowledgeable in this country. I agree. It'd be a good idea if we all knew a bit more. And then they've got their fourth part is going to be on the judiciary and how that is part of the Constitution. And then they're going to talk about central government, who runs the government, who runs the show. So this will be really useful. Lots of mentions of terms that you're going to need to know in your exams, things like parliamentary sovereignty, and how that works and how that interacts between the branches. Obviously, when we're talking about the judiciary and the executive, the Prime Minister and Cabinet, all these things are interacting together. And so, yeah, I would just get stuck into those short, factual, brilliant podcasts. The Bench, give it a go. I think it's going to be one that I keep going back to time and time again. It's quite rare to come across a new politics podcast that I think, right, I'm gonna listen to all of this. I'm gonna keep up with this, but I am going to. I noticed that they do podcasts about things going on in the news as well. And I also noticed they do the occasional looking back at things. What did I see here? They're looking back, just scrolling through what they've done. A rewind, MP's expenses overhaul. So that sounds interesting as well. So there are potentially podcasts that could involve useful examples as well. So that's highly recommended. I'm going to go and listen to some more of it. And yeah, a happy revision if you're revising. I hope it's going well. It's always a difficult time of year. This gets sunny, gets hot. You want to be outside. You've got exams looming. It feels pressured, but hopefully it's going well and it will soon be done. Wonderful, fantastic. Okay, happy studying. See you next time.